Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Welcome to Mobamals. Mafia Animals Poker Playing Cards. Make 100. Where real-life mobsters meet the wild side. Let's dive into the intriguing world of this unique deck. Meet Carmine the Snake Persico and Vincent Mad Dog Call. Real-life mobsters with fascinating stories. Mobamals takes these characters and transforms them into their animal nickname counterparts. Introducing a 55-card poker-sized deck featuring 52 of your favorite mobsters reimagined as animals. Each card is a dedication to a different real-life mobster, complete with their name, nickname, affiliation, and birth-death years. But that's not all. This limited edition print run includes exclusive items like poker chips, signed decks, whiskey glasses, challenge coins, and even handmade Mobamal plushies. Don't miss your chance to be part of this limited edition experience. Back Mobamals, Mafia Animals Poker Playing Cards. Make 100 on Kickstarter now. Let's bring these mobster animals to life together.
Hey, Dirk Manning here, the writer and creator of numerous comic books and graphic novels, including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave But Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
Looking for a man who
You have found one.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh, no, is the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
Stick him up, please. Smoke, if you wish.
Come on!
Damn, that hurts, doesn't it?
You know what's up. Damn, that hurts, doesn't it? I'm hurting today, ain't no doubt about it. Oh, shit. Some of you may have seen the photo posted of me on roller skates yesterday. Grandson's birthday party at the roller rink. And, hey, when I was a kid, I could smoke on skates. Boy, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go out here. I'll be fine as long as I don't try to do any of that shit that I used to do when I was 15. Yeah, that didn't work. Every time I tried to do something that I know I can do, smack! But eventually my legs got under me. I was going forwards, backwards, doing some of the stuff that I could do when I was a kid, not near as fast. My God, I'm sitting here and I'm going around and I'm like, when I was 15, I was going 3 times this fast through a crowd of way more people, just like zip, 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 zoom, zang. Oh, man, I used to love to skate, bro. That was back before the lawsuit days. Doc, you know what I'm talking about. The lawsuit days when everybody started suing people if they got hurt on your property. You know, because back in the day, man, roller rinks, it was waltzing, it was dance stepping, it was just like figure skating, throw tosses with your girlfriend. You'd throw her up in the air, spinning, she'd land, you'd skate on. It was like, we did all kinds of crazy stuff. If you got hurt, your parents ate the bill. There wasn't no lawsuit shit, right? Then people started suing people and roller rinks became very bland. Go around in a circle. Just go around in a circle.
I went to
skating rink once in 1982, and I was there for like 5 minutes, and I went, "Yeah, this is gay," and I left.
Yeah, you probably did, but you know, this was me, and I wasn't going slow. I was going too fast for the camera, flipping her off as she took pictures of me. I was like, "Fuck you, I'm going." I was having fun. I really did. Probably
I'm
won't be
certainly
like.
glad we had fun doing that. That sounds cool.
I probably won't be like lining up to get back in the line at the rink anytime soon, but holy crap, man, I had a good time. I really did.
We've got guests in the back.
Yeah, I know. I had to get my stuff out first, though.
Okay, all right.
Unless they want to hear. I got one more thing I want to cover real quick. YouTube. Okay, people ask me all the time why I'm not monetized on YouTube, why I don't mess with YouTube. And I can tell you the basic reason, okay? If you look at your analytics on YouTube, they separate everything in a 24-hour period, right? Yesterday, okay, the date, 1/27, they have your analytics for that 24-hour period, right? I'll look at yesterday's analytics, and it'll say we had 174 views yesterday. I'll look in the morning. It'll say in that 24-hour period, we had 174 views. And then I'll look 3 hours later and it'll say, I had 108. And then I'll look 4 hours after that and it'll say I had 34. It's like, how can I monetize with somebody that I can't count on the numbers? I don't know if they're paying me what they owe me for the ad revenue, if they remove 3/4 of my views every day.
They lie. They lie.
This is the thing, Doc. The dude says to me, he says, well, those are illegitimate views.
Yeah, whatever.
I said, what does that mean? Bots or what? Why don't you remove the bots then? Why are you removing my views? Remove the illegitimate viewers. Well, they can't do that because then YouTube would have a hell of a lot less viewers than they tell you they do. Ain't billions of people watching YouTube. There's only 7 billion people on the planet. Trust me, there are not billions of people watching YouTube.
Listen. YouTube is just as honest as Joe Biden is. Okay, I'm not gonna put up with this.
There you go. And with that, I'm gonna let it drop. But I mean, you know, a lot of people coming to me about why I'm not monetized. That's why I can't count on the numbers anyway. How will I know if
Captain
they're paying
Phillips
or not? You know, it's like it just seems like a big fucking rip-off organization since it got so big that you can't challenge it. Like Facebook, like any of these big media corporations, right? You can't challenge them. You don't know if they're telling you the truth. Well, you know, that's why. Okay, so we do have guests in the back. We have our regular boy, We got to make this guy a fucking.
I'm going to make an intro for him.
Yeah, we got to make this guy an intro because just a meme just isn't enough.
I will make Q's intro today.
And here he is, our boy, your boy, the Q. Continue on. What's up, Q?
What's up, yo? What's up, Pops, Doc? How you doing?
Dude, I'm sore as hell.
Doing good, my friend. Good to see you.
I didn't even go into the injury. I'm sore as hell right now. And also backstage, one of our returning guests comes in pretty regular anymore, Mr. James Lee. You guys know who he is. What's up, James?
Hello. How's everybody doing?
He is legally distinct from Jim Lee.
Yes.
Just say it.
Well, I'll put a picture of them together.
Well, here's the difference between Jim Lee and James Lee. Jim Lee's Asian. I'm Norman.
There's actually a picture of the two together. Have you seen that, Doc?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
hell,
that's
Cap.
kinda cool. What's up, Finn?
And Jim is about
That's not Finn, that's
12 years
Cap.
older than me. So
Don't confuse the two. All right,
Now,
so
the link is pinned for anybody who wants to come out and draw with the guys. You know, this thing goes on for a couple hours. Everybody knows how we do this every week. I sent the link out, or I sent the link to the YouTube show out to everybody, telling them the link is pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. My YouTube chat, not Doc's. Okay, the Madness YouTube chat. If you want to join us, go over there, get the link.
all right, so here's what I'm going to be doing today, Pops. You ready for this?
Yes, I am.
All right. I did this sketch in 1999. And I'm going to
Tonight we're gonna party like it's 19.
I'm going to recreate it because it's old, it's faded, it's yellowed. I'm going to recreate this today, 11 by 17.
Now, is this for?
Yeah, this is. I have decided since. I mean, damn, look at them. Okay,
Yeah.
That's Jake Bishop and Elizabeth. I just got to tweak the faces to make it look like them.
I just got to change it, and then they'll be them.
Yep.
But yeah.
So let's go around right away. James, kind of show us what you're working on there. Can you tilt 90 degrees to starboard?
No, I can't tilt it any further.
No, I mean your picture, not your camera. Just rotate it 90 degrees to the clockwise.
Just spin it a little so we can see it from the bottom up. There you go.
Right, there we go.
That'll work.
Okay, what I'm working on, if anybody knows, there was a manga that was out for several years called Claymore. And so there's a character named Rocky in it that in the story, he starts out as a little kid, but as he gets to the end of the story, he ends up looking like Conan the Barbarian, and he's a really badass guy. So I'm doing that with there's two characters called the Twins, and then there's another person going to be in the background. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Nice. Damn, man, I didn't bring anything here to draw with. Let me go get my shit.
Oh, here we go. The chat's about to pop off. Finity, what's up, dude? Did your commission ever come through? Yeah, we're going to find out, though. For those of you in the chat, you know how we do this. If you got a link to a project, a friend's project, whatever, this is a networking and promotions network. Please drop links to your chat or to your campaign, your friend's campaign, anybody that you want to promote. This is your time. You know, while we draw and talk shit, y'all can promote each other's stuff and help each other get seen. Share the link out, all that stuff. But you guys know the general purpose of the network. Let's make sure we use it right. All right, Q, what made you go to the Black Panther, bro?
Because I finished the previous drawing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all.
Let's take a look at the Red Skull in Captain America. There it is. Man, that Red Skull is just fucking popping, dude. I just love it. Very good stuff.
Thanks.
Now focus on Crom a little bit. Let everybody see Crom because, you know, like Doc says, nobody cares about Crom.
It's Crom, reading Ninja Bimbos, and there's also a Pariah. Doc.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he's getting ready to read Pariah when he's done with Ninja Bimbos? Well, I hear Crom is also an excellent proofreader. I'm just saying. And yeah, I kind of expected that. So there you go.
And now it's Black Panther.
All right. That's where we're going next. The Panther. All right. So also, if you have a friend that draws, wants to come hang out and draw with us, that's cool too, man. We know. What's up, Wayne?
Wayne, good to
Love
see
your
you.
hat, Doc.
Yeah, I saw that.
He don't like my hat though. You know. So yeah, let me give you the rundown on the injuries from last night. Okay. The first thing I did was went down hard on my bad knee, ripped a hole in my pants, and skinned my knee all up. You know, big fucking strawberry on my kneecap today. and it hurts.
Ouch.
It seemed like every time that I did go down, I went down on my right side. So my right elbow this morning is nice and padded, so I don't bump it on anything because it hurts like a mother. My right hand and right wrist are bruised. The palm and underside of my wrist are bruised badly from landing with my hand flat on the ground. Smack. Okay. And yeah, my hip hurts a little bit on the right. You know, but surprisingly, the thing I thought was going to be really sore today, I thought it was going to be my legs. I wouldn't be able to walk from skating, not using those muscles in ages. But that wasn't it. My legs are okay. It's everything else where I actually took damage that hurts. So, I keep telling them, Doc, they ain't going to slow me down. They can kill me, but they can't slow me down.
Now, see, I'm the opposite. You can't kill me, but you can damn sure slow me down. I'm just, that's just how I roll.
It was kind of funny because, I mean, there's a bunch of people in the family there, and I will say one thing. Me and my son, right? I had no idea my son could skate. And my son had no idea that I could skate.
Shit.
It was kind of trippy. I looked out on the rink. There's my son. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he could skate. He pretty good. So yeah, I had a really good time, even eating the injuries, And yeah, I'm fucking hurt. It's like my son, when I first put the skates on, he's like, don't fall down. I rolled out onto the rink and promptly fell down, like 5 seconds. Stop. 5 seconds. Bam!
These things happen.
I was like, well, I told him, of course I'm going to fall down. I ain't done this in 45 years. I used to fall down when I was really good at it because I was trying to do crazy shit. But, I used to fall down when I was really good at it. So I knew I was going to fall down. That wasn't even a consideration. I knew I was going to come home, be hurting. I didn't care. I was going to do it. I don't think any of them kids ever saw a 60-year-old man on skates before. It was funny. So what's up with you, Billy? How far are you getting along with this book, man? I was talking to Stephen B. yesterday about you, son. So what character is this, James?
Stephen said that he was very close to finished with Last Days of the Bad Moon, which is awesome.
What do you get? What are you drawing here, James?
As I was telling you, if you know anything about the manga Claymore, this is a character from that. His name's Rocky. And basically in the story, he's a secondary character, but he's really important in the story. And he starts out as a little kid, and by the end of the manga, he's full grown, and he's basically their version of Conan the Barbarian. He's built like a brick. He's real strong and everything like that. He's a good, well-defined character. It's something that's missing in mainstream comics today is a real defined, heroic character who you see go from childhood to adulthood and actually become something really important.
Cool.
Oh, he's a good character.
All right, Doc.
Yes.
You remember all that snow that shut everything down last week?
I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I mean, school was shut down. Everything was shut down, right?
Right.
It's all melted.
Good. I hate snow. Go away.
It's all gone. There's nothing out there. Just wet ground again. It's like the weirdest. I just don't get Michigan winter, dude. It'd be 3 below, and then 2 days later, 3 below and 6 inches of snow on the ground. And 2 days later, it'd be 35, and there's not a stitch of snow on the ground.
Texas has got you beat. You can beat one part of Texas.
Texas is supposed to get snow anyway. Michigan's supposed to have snow on the ground in the winter. Okay?
No, Texas Panhandle gets snow every year. And this is what's really crazy is you can be in Brownsville, Texas, and it can be 80 degrees. You can be and this is the same day. You can be in Dalhart, Texas, and be -2.
Yeah, well, Arizona got that. You can be at Flagstaff or Phoenix and have 100-degree difference. So, why Black Panther? Did you say, Q? What made you decide to do the Panther this time?
Just to follow up at the just to fill in the connection between Electra's page and Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider isn't made it yet, but I thought, why not fill up this page? And then came Ghost Rider page. Once the idea's coming up.
He's already thinking ahead what he's going to do next and next and next.
Chrome will be around somewhere. We'll figure it out.
Definitely kind of wondering where is everybody? Christian, everybody. It's like we're missing most of our people today.
Ooh, I just realized I want to modify this and make it a panel in Sanctum of Hate. So that's what I'm going to do.
Doc, you said something about the intro video about me.
Yep, I'm going to make you an intro. And I will do it
Got
today.
a little idea.
Tell me.
Gonna do it today? I got an idea. You know the scene when the T-Rex bursts out of the cage, bursts out of the fence, stomping, and then instead of make a big roar, imagine that when the T-Rex roared, and you hear you ditch the audio, you add the audio of a scene from Step Brothers when one of the guys took a big fart during interview.
All right. Don't talk about it on the air ahead of time so that everybody doesn't know what's coming when you do it. But you guys get together and Doc will ask you some things. He'll ask you, what do you like in this? What do you like in this? What do you like in this?
Well, no, I've already got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do for Q.
Oh, you're in trouble. He's already got an idea.
Yeah, if I've got ideas, you're in trouble. That's just the way that works.
It's a deal.
So, how's everybody's weekend been so far?
Strange.
That goes for the chat too. Y'all want to chime in? Let us know how y'all doing. That's do it.
By skin.
Nobody wants to talk about their weekend?
Mine's been actually pretty good, but I still got another day to go. I get 3 days.
That's okay. It was okay. Except the crazy protest.
Crazy protests?
Yeah, there was a crazy protest outside in my neighborhood. Someone made one big horn, a loud horn. I thought, what the heck is going on? So I look outside. Oh, great. Some annoying protest.
Pops, you want to shoot Levi the link?
It's pinned to the top of the chat. I don't even know Levi.
Yeah, you know Levi. He's an artist. He draws.
I do not. I've seen him in the chat. I'm not connected to him on any.
Okay, whatever. Media. He's an artist. Let him in.
I don't have. I put it in the. Dude, that's all I can do.
Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. I'm old.
It's in the chat, Doc. That's the best I can do for somebody I'm not.
Stop yelling at me. I'm fragile.
It's in the pin chat specifically.
Don't yell, Papa. Don't yell.
Pin.
Okay, I gotta redo that.
I have to mute myself for a minute while I share this out to a million places. I'll be right back.
Levi, the link is pinned at the top of the chat if you want to pop in, brother. Come draw with us. Love to have you.
It's pinned at the top of the Madness Comic Network YouTube channel. I don't think it's in Doc's chat. There. Now it's in all the chats. I'll be right back.
I hate when I do that.
We'll be right back.
I hate when I mess something up and I'm like going, I gotta just stop and go back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think we could just safely stop with the phrase, I hate it when I mess up.
And I think in Doc's case, it's I hate being messed up.
Oh, Pops.
Oh, Doc, Stephen B did it to us again last night, man.
What him did?
He called me Doc.
He did what to who?
He called me Doc. And I'm like, Stephen, neither one of us know which one of us is supposed to be offended when people do that.
Welcome, Levi.
All right.
All right, so Pops, this is Levi. Levi, this is
Hi,
Pops.
Levi. What's up, man?
Hey, Pops. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, it is. But yeah,
How's it
like I said, I'm not connected to you. So if you want to shoot me a friend request or whatever on Twitter or Facebook, wherever you're at, do so. Then you'll be in the loop when I'm sending out the link for this show every week, right?
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Sorry, I had another window open there for a second. I was here to weird. Cool. Nice to meet you guys. James, nice to meet you. Q, nice to meet you. Pops, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Levi.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself so that people know who you are.
I'm a comic book artist. I'm working on a book right now with J.D. Gunter. It's called Galaxy Memorial Park. I'm the penciler and inker on it. And I'm through the first book, working on the second book. Each book's going to be 64 pages. So I've got five chapters penciled, and I'm inking the fourth chapter right now. So
nice. I'm gonna be looking forward to promoting that when you get it ready.
Yes, very cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I'll fold it in half.
His
big and eight.
Hold on. Let me get that up there. There you go.
So,
oh hell yeah, this is Jim O'Reilly-esque. Look at that. I like it.
His partner, JD, is a heck of a nice guy, too.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thanks.
All right. I have to sort of apologize to people for a second. For all you who just got spammed that are in like 30 different Facebook groups that I'm also in, and I just spammed this link to. Sorry, but not really.
Sorry, not sorry.
Because, it's what I'm supposed to do.
Sorry, not sorry.
So do you do digital? Do you do pencils, straight pencils? I think you said pencils, right? Yeah. Okay. Are you on a? Yeah. Do you have a drafting board there that you're drawing on right now?
I sure do. Yep. Yeah, I do. I'll do traditional and digital. I just kind of broke in with the digital stuff about 2 years ago. I really, don't really have it down, but I prefer drawing by hand. So
yep. What are the chances of us getting a little bit more of an angle on what you're actually drawing? Yeah, like that. Tough. Beautiful. That'll work.
Yeah, don't feel bad. He does it to me all the time.
Right?
It's why we're here, man.
It's like we don't want to see you.
Well, it's okay to see you too, but you know what I mean? It's like we want to see the
right.
Like,
hang on, let me.
Doc is the only top of the head that we look at. Okay.
Is that a better?
Very nice.
Does that?
Thank you. Cool. Yeah, we like to
How's
watch
that?
the work. You know, I
Right.
mean, that's really why we're here, is to watch the work, see the talent, see it happen.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to get on here, I wanted to ask you guys that are doing the over the top stuff. You know, with the cameras, what cameras are you guys running, and how are you guys set up for that?
Most people are using their phone with one
No,
of
I'm
those.
not using my phone. I actually have a camera, but
Most of the people,
it's a cheapo.
Most of these people that come in there just like have a boom with their camera attached to it over their shoulder. You know.
Okay. What is there a particular camera, or I mean, does it plug right into the side of the laptop, or?
The one I have two different cameras myself, and they both plug into my computer. And it's like I can show what's happening on both cameras in here at the same time. It's like we got one of them's called the Rocky Cam, because the dog comes in here all the time. So when he comes in, we show everybody, here comes Rocky, and we turn on the Rocky Cam, right?
Gotcha. And I've listened a couple of times, and it's my understanding that he's a big boy.
No, Zeus was the big one.
Zeus was the big one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zeus was the beast. He would get up in my lap and just bury me in this chair. You know, Rocky's not a lap dog. You know, but it's like Zeus was a wolf and Rocky was a coyote. That was the size difference between the two. You know.
Okay.
But they're both huskies. You know, but one was big and fluffy and huge, and the other one's just little and sleek and skinny, and you know. I think it's because he ain't been nutted yet. I think if he got nutted, then he'd get fat.
Yeah.
He still wants. He's still all nervous. Like when Luna goes in heat, he won't eat for a week. You know, at all. Won't eat. Right? It's crazy. What's up, Doran? Torin, Whitefire Comics in the chat. Y'all don't know about Raquel and Quint, Forbidden Future, Forsaken Future. The dude's got so much cool stuff going on over there. Just go check it out. The one problem I've encountered being a promoter of indie comics for the last few years is sometimes titles are very similar. You know, and you get them mixed up. There's no way to avoid it because everybody's trying to come up with that thing that, you know, that's different. But a lot of times, you know, it's the same. It's real close to the same that somebody else is doing. You find it a lot when you really get out here and you're seeing everything that's going on. But Doran's stuff is really good. Raquel is really good. You guys got to check it out. I'm partial to Quint because our boy Joe is on the cover. You know, if you don't know who Joe is, let me just introduce you to Joe real quick. This is Joe. And Joe is on the cover of Quint.
Cool.
Joe. It's really Joe, too. It's not just another skull. It's really Joe. It's funny. See, like, you got that thing tilted up so high. That's a light box, though, right? That's a light box you have there?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, you got that thing tilted up so high, it's like you always have to hold the page in place as well. I see that.
Got it.
I'm watching you slide it around and stuff. I'm like, man, it's, you know.
I'm looking for that perfect angle to get that swipe in there with the curve,
right?
You know, just to make it easier on myself to, you know, just to repeat that pattern. But yeah, it's a light table on top of my drafting table.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just use it full time.
And Doran says, and that's good for your posture to have it tilted up that high.
Yep.
Do I hear a rooster?
You do.
This Doc's house.
There's long story, but the valley that I live in, some people used to have free range roosters. They got evicted, moved out, but the roosters stayed. And now we have generational free range chickens everywhere.
Lunch?
You can pick up some eggs.
You know, I've never seen their nest, but I've seen the mama hens with their chicks running around. And you for damn sure hear them.
How big do they get?
Pretty big. Pretty big. Big old cocks is what I'm saying.
Mega cocks.
Thank you, Q. I did that just for you.
That's a rooster.
That's wrong too. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Here, break time. Take a break, Doc. Take a break. Take a break. So there was one of the roosters a few years ago. He's long gone by now.
Take a look at this, Doc.
My Jack Rat.
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Ouch. Fucked up. Wrist is fucked up. You can see the discoloration in the palm of the hand.
Mm.
Look, it all bruised up. Dude. Wonderful job. Wonderful job, stupid old man.
So anyway, a few years ago, my Jack Russell Terrier got a hold of one of the roosters, but he didn't kill him. He just made him walk funny. So every time we saw that limping rooster, we knew who he was. Oh, me. I need more coffee. I shall return.
So, Pops, how goes the Roku thing?
He may be away.
Oh, got you. So I've seen Black Panther. Which one are you, what are you working on, James?
I'm working on a manga character called Rocky. He's out of the Claymore manga.
Okay.
So if you have not seen it,
I have not.
Well, it's actually the manga's actually before the anime, so they did make an anime series out of it. But in the anime series, you don't see him grow up. In the manga, you do. And he basically starts off as like a 12-year-old, and then he ends up like a young 20, 22, 23-year-old. But he's basically in the novel, he's basically their version of Conan.
Okay, cool.
But he's the secondary character to the main character. And in the book, he gets separated from the main character. So he gets a little bit of his own story going forward.
Gotcha. So you kind of play the protector of the prince type role.
Nope, not even close. Hold on,
As the secondary. No.
No.
So is he more of an antagonist then?
No, I'll explain. He is okay. So the thing behind Claymore is based on a girl named Claire, and the Claymores are basically known as the silver-eyed witches, and they are warriors who have basically these creatures that are like demons that are fused inside their bodies, and so they hunt demons. Okay. Rocky, at first of the books, his family's murdered by the demons, and so because of it, he's thrown out of the village and like that. And this Claymore named Claire takes him in, and so he's basically like a Robin, but not trained to do anything at the first, and he's just there because she felt sorry for him. And as the story goes on, he gets separated and ends up with these two awakened beings, which are like superpowered demons. And one of them, named Isley, he's like one of the most powerful there is. He decides to train Rocky. So for like 7 years, he trains Rocky to be this warrior, because there's a girl named Priscilla that's with him also that has foreseen that she's going to be like the most devastating, evil, destructive force that's ever been done. And he knows he can't defeat her, so he's trying to get Rocky built up to help fight her while she's there little. It's really complex, but it's a really good story. Fantastic. If you've ever read Berserk, it's kind of like that. I like it. So I'm working on that character.
Very cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Levi, what are you working on at the moment, sir?
Chapter 4, pages 10 and 11, Galaxy Memorial Park.
Right on. Mm-hmm. Now, when are you guys launching?
This is the Judas or the.
Did you say June-ish?
Well, behind the scenes, we're discussing. May 2025.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in that case,
yeah, we're
May 2025.
Because of the style of book is think of the easiest way to describe this book is Arlen for superheroes.
It's what for superheroes?
So the best Arlington Cemetery for superheroes.
Yeah. I know the story on it. Yeah. So no spoilers.
Launch on my show. Memorial Day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Memorial Day 2025. We'll be launching Memorial Day.
So what I would like,
because chapter 3 is actually called Memorial Day.
Yeah, I would like to have you and JD out on the show here in the near future, and just maybe show some of what's been developed so far. Let's start generating some interest for you.
Cool.
He said, "Cool."
Yeah, I'm down with that. Pencil it in or put it in ink.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
What the day is.
I'll reach out to you and JD, and we'll set something up. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Pops, are you there?
Sorta. I just had to wrap my hand back up.
Okay, I got to step away for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, you're not Rocky. You're fat and black. Hi, Luna. What are you doing here? I got the big fat dog down here right now.
Bigoted the dog.
But she's so black you can't even see her. If I turn the camera on, you wouldn't even notice she was there because she's just so dang black. There's nothing else, you know what I mean?
So it's basically the black one.
I'd have to turn every light in the room on in order for you to see the dog. And I ain't doing that because, yeah, I like my dark little abode. So, James, how's the Stein's doing?
What's the
Is it
dog's
over?
name?
Are you still running that? What's up?
No, the Stein's campaign is done. We're just trying to finish everything up so I can get it to the printer. I've had to bring in Don. What is his campaign? To help with coloring because my colorist has fallen way behind. So I've got a second colorist working on it. So, we're just trying to get the colors done so I can get it to the letterer. All the pages are drawn. It's complete. So.
That
But things happen. You have to adjust to it and move on.
Is having two colorists on the same book going to be an issue, or
nope?
Okay, I'm all bandaged back up. I'm ready to go. All right.
What'd you do to your?
If you have to bring in somebody else, you always just tell the first person what's going on. That's why everybody's in the loop and they understand. If you try to hide it from somebody, then you have a problem. But as long as you're telling people up front what you're doing.
I'm talking about what the people. I'm talking about the actual book and the two different colorists. Is it something that you can notice? I'm not talking about what the fans are going to think, dude.
Well,
I don't try to make that kind of problem in argument and shit. I'm talking about when you're looking at it, are you going to be able to differentiate that somebody else picked up the colors on this at a certain point?
Well, we'll see.
We'll
see when I get it. But like I said, I had to get stuff done, and I had to move. It was a upper managerial decision, not, and it was a decision that was not taken lightly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't trying to make any kind of issue. All I'm saying is did the one guy share his color palette with the other guy, so they're working with the same hues and shit like that?
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. See, so there probably won't be much you'll be able to notice. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Some
right.
people wouldn't even think about that, and they just put somebody else on it, hoping that guy's going to do it right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like.
Like I said, I understand. Like I said, it's just something we had to do,
and yes, this was a roller skating. I went roller skating yesterday. My grandson's birthday. He turned 8. So I haven't been on skates since I was 13 or 14 or something. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go lace them up because I was really good when I was a kid. Blam, blam, blam. Yeah. I did get my legs back under me and I did have a great time, but today I'm feeling it. That's all. And I knew I was going to be sore today. Come on, I'm 60 years old. I knew I was going to be sore today. It wasn't a question of that. It was, is it going to be worth it? And to see all them kids get to see Grandpa skating around, because, hell, how many kids get to say, I saw my grandpa skating at a rollerblade? Not too many,
Not a lot.
I like to be that guy, man. Look, if for some reason I'm not doing crazy shit, then y'all need to worry about me. Because then I cashed it in, right? I gave up. I'm scared. I ain't doing that anymore. When I give up, then you need to worry about me. As long as I'm still out here doing shit and doing, I must be okay or I wouldn't be doing it, right? That's the way I look at it. That's how I look at it. We keep losing Q. Doc's gone. I don't know what's going on here. But anybody wants to pop in, Jim O'Reilly, any of you guys out there, you want to come out and draw, man. That's what the stream is for. Q's back, trying to get back. What's up with the internet, Q?
It's being a dong like as usual.
It's being a dong. Billy Power Max, if you are still in the chat, I need update on story, dude. I need update on story.
Info.
And yes, for those of you who don't know, we do have a noob. Look at this guy, killing it. He's a new guy to our show. Be by. But man, look at that. Loving it.
This is the bad guy, Elementropy. He's waking up after 10 years in a government-induced coma, and realizing what he had done on his last days 10 years ago.
Makes sense.
He's definitely the villain of the story.
I like when people know who their villain is. Because look, I was talking with Stephen B about this last night during his draw stream, where he was drawing his new character, Boldcat. And it was like, sometimes it's not just like creating a character. You know, it's like, what's dude's purpose? You know, if he just fell across this powers or a suit that gives him powers or whatever, it's like, what's going to motivate him to be one or the other, a villain or a hero, right? Because now he's like badder than the people around him, right? He's stronger, faster, whatever. He has powers. What's going to motivate him to go to one side of the fence or the other? Obviously, his upbringing, his backstory, right? You got to have all. You got to have it all.
He's a spoiled brat that was never told no.
Who the heck is Knucklehead?
You're like, and he was told no, and he decided that he wasn't going to listen to that, and just him being a spoiled brat caused thousands of deaths.
Yeah.
So, because this is like I said, Arlington Cemetery. So the park was 10 years ago. The park was destroyed. It's the story starts off with the park in a gigantic explosion, and so 10 years later, you come back to the park, and it's been turned into a memorial for superheroes. So, and he's the reason it exploded. So and he wakes up 10 years later, and he's in the park, and he's just kind of like, I know this place, but I don't know this place. And then in this one, this panel right here, this kind of sequence right here, where he walks up to the back of the chair, he's kind of leaning forward, and he brings his head up a little bit, and he sees a statue out in the distance, and it's a memorial statue to Moon Maiden, and it was the interaction between him and Moon Maiden that caused the explosion. Not to give too much away. So he's kind of like, oh my God, you know, like there's the love of my life, and she's dead.
Crazy. That's awesome.
And that
I like
pisses him off.
Yeah.
Doran says he likes to design the villain first, and that's the cool thing, though. That's what I mean. When you design a character, do you already know, is he going to be a good guy? Is he going to be a bad guy? When you're just designing the look of the character, is all that already there? Are you putting it into place as you go, like the way Steven and I were as his character developed a form of living armor? Then it became, okay, where did that come from? What's going to be his motivation to use it for good or for bad or whatever? You know, it's like he went from the design of the character to the meat of the character. You know, but the design came first. And that's, I mean, you got to have all that in place, man, because even, you know, some people do a number one, their first book is the origin story, right? Some people go back to the origin story. It's like you know, it's all writing style.
Yeah.
When you're an artist like Stephen B, he created the art first, and then we started. Okay, well, who's this guy going to be? What's he going to be about? What, you know what I mean? It's like, so you see it from both sides. I love being involved in all this. Everybody's creative processes are so varied.
Yeah, this story started off as my idea, handed off to a writer. So it just started off as like beats to a story where we knew what this character did. We knew the type of person he would be. And then we just kind of slapped some powers onto him that would make the story possible. So the powers came secondary to the actual person and what he's going to do. And then what we want him to do, we developed the powers around. So we wanted a very destructive, he would have to have a very destructive power set in order to accomplish the feat of participating in the destruction of the park.
Right.
So, yeah, so he's Elementropy. Like I said, it was just a beat. I'm like, this is, and Jay took it, and he came back with the character and his whole backstory, and said, this is what he was, and this is who he is. And then he said, then he just let me have free reign on my design of him. And when I think of a character that's very, very undeserved female superhero, I think of Gambit. I do. I think Gambit, I'm not sure where he's at, where him and Rogue are nowadays, but kind of like, man, Gambit ended up with Rogue, like what a scoundrel.
Yeah, but he can't touch it.
True.
So,
actually, they kind of fixed that.
Yeah, I know, and that just ruins the whole premise of what made the story special. It's like,
well, the one that really got you was when Gambit's wife showed up.
What I'm saying is that some things don't need to be fixed. You know what I mean? That was the charm of the story, was that no sugar. That was what was great about it. That was the ultimate hard to get. Right? You don't give it. It's the ultimate hard to get. It's the perfect love story. You don't.
She's the ultimate tease.
That was the charm of the story, man. That was what made it work. As soon as you let them hang out, then it was like, okay, well, now she can hang out with anybody. There's always another superhero. Come along.
Well, I mean, they could always go to the Savage Land.
No, I mean, there's every alternate universe. There's everything now that can change everything, right?
Well, no. If you remember, when Rogue came back in 269, she got dumped into the Savage Land. Well, the Savage Land turned her powers off.
So
and she went for a while without any powers.
She didn't need Gambit anymore. She could have fun with anybody. Gambit was the only one crazy enough to chase her around when you couldn't be with Rogue. Do you see what I'm saying? That made that story. Gambit was like, I ain't giving up, Monshari. I'm here. It's like, yeah, man. And yes, Gambit is one of my son's favorite characters. I have both the first appearance and the quasi first appearance of Gambit.
What is the first appearance of Gambit?
Oh shit, it's boxed up. I can't get it out. But he was in like wasn't he in Avengers 10 first?
No.
Or Annual 10, I mean, Avengers Annual 10.
X-Men, Uncanny X-Men Annual. The one with Rachel Summers and Richards. Franklin Richards, love story between them.
The one that had like 10 different pictures on the cover.
Well, it's the one that's got, it's basically the one that's got Rachel and Franklin Richards on the cover. It's done by Art Adams. Give me a second, I'll go get it.
Check it out, Pops.
I can picture that annual. Did Art Adams? He didn't do the interiors in it, right?
Okay, the first appearance.
Somebody else.
The first appearance is 266. I have that. But was it Rogue's first appearance in Avengers 10?
Yeah.
Avengers
Yeah,
annual?
Rose Prince is Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've got
it's-
both of those.
Yeah,
Annual.
This is Gambit's first appearance here.
In beginning.
I just want to see the cover of the book, not the panel.
No, this is the cover.
I can't see the cover. Okay, X-Men annual what? Let me see. How many numbers, dude?
It's going to be X-Men Annual 14.
Okay,
Okay.
well, that isn't even on. When you look up Gambit's first appearance, that don't even come up.
This is for Gambit's first appearance. He makes a picture in this one.
That if it's not, you know the difference between a first appearance and an actual first appearance, right?
This is actual first appearance.
Is he named?
He's in the book.
Is he named?
Yes.
Then why doesn't that come up as his first appearance when you go to Google?
Google's got it wrong.
Everybody's got it wrong. All I see is X-Men 266.
I just remember it being a really lame story.
Yeah, all I see is 266, man.
Storm was like shrunk down by the orphan maker, or what was she called? The nanny?
I think CSBG is the only one that sees the first appearance being spoiled by the X-Men annual.
Okay, I'm back. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that Google's got wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess there's only one grading company that recognizes the annual as the first appearance. So I guess everybody's got it wrong, dude. Where are you going to put Chrome on this one, bro? Just what? Just sticking out of the wall?
That's a good choice.
One of the things Q does
You ever
with
kill voice here?
he always draws Crom into all of his pictures.
That's cool.
So you never know what he's going to be doing. He was reading comics in the last one. See that? Check that out, Levi. He's got a Ninja Bimbos comic that he's reading.
Very cool.
He's opening the centerfold of a Ninja Bimbos comic.
Right. That's cool.
He just makes appearances. I don't know what it is. There are so many different artists that have drawn Crom.
That's cool.
You know, it's like, I mean, I have a file with like 100 different artists' versions of Crom, and it's just hilarious, dude. Every time I turn around, somebody else has drawn him in a different way. I've seen him as was it Bill and Ted? I've seen him all kinds of weird ways, man. One that came out just recently that I really liked was what Christian did, Heavy Metal Crom. That dude looks awesome, doesn't he?
That's very cool.
The only thing missing is the color. I mean, I need somebody to color that for me. I need him to be green. You know, it's got to be green. You know. But...
Oh, he's way back there. Nice.
Give it this one, Pops.
Oh, dude. It's
Tadpole.
It's Tadpole. It's Tadpole Crom. Man, I ain't seen that kid a long time. I hope he's all right.
I hope so too. So, another one.
Oh, where he's the poster on the wall behind the Punisher? That one? Yep. Oh, Doc's in this one too.
There's Pops.
Very
Crom is looking at him.
cool.
Widow. Crom Hub. She's the one with the Punisher.
Yeah, where he's on the wanted poster or whatever on the wall. That's one of my favorites right there.
Flipping them off. Yeah.
FBI's most wanted. Whoa, my TV just came on. Whoa. Look, I ain't nowhere near. I'm going to go over there and show you guys where the remote is. Hold on. I ain't nowhere near this TV. This is the remote for the TV. This shit just turned on all by itself. We ain't got no weird shit goes on here. Nope. None.
Goes to the machine.
Dude, all the time. I woke up the other day out of, like a dead sleep. Because it sounded like Rocky was standing right next to the bed. You know how when the dog shakes to get water out of his ears or whatever? That violent head shake, right? Like right next to my bed, out in my eyes, there's nothing there. And I was just, what the fuck? I mean, it was loud enough to wake me up, but there's nothing there. Okay.
Wow.
I've had issues with pretty much every house I've ever lived in. I think there's a lot more paranormal activity than people are aware of. A lot more. It seems to find me everywhere.
That's true.
You think I left this one house. This one house was, man, my uncle stayed there once for me while I was gone out of town. And he stayed there watching the house for me because I had a huge comic collection. I didn't want somebody breaking in my house, stealing all my shit while I was gone, right? So my uncle stayed there for me. Well, as soon as I got back, he's, dude, I'm never sleeping another night in this house. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, I knew the house had issues, but the shit doesn't scare me. Like, I don't get the fears. I just talk to them like they're another person in the fucking room.
He was one and done.
I mean, I just talk to him, it's like I don't freak out or whatever. And so, I mean, one of my favorite things, I used to ask the one in the house in Phoenix, it was like, hey, what, you want a bong hit? And I'd take a big old rip and I'd blow smoke all over the room. There you go. All right. I didn't know what they wanted, but I tried to figure out how to make some kind of communication, right?
Yeah.
It never worked, but I always tried to initiate it. I never got scared, freaked out. So if it was something that was trying to draw off my fear, I wasn't getting that, But it sure got it from my uncle, dude. He goes, dude, shit was coming off the walls. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's like, nails fall out of walls. He's like, no. Shit was coming off the walls and landing in the middle of the room, dude. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. But none of the glass was broke. It's like you know, framed pictures and stuff like that. None of the glass was broke. You know, I mean, he hung the shit all back up. The nails were still on the walls and everything. He's like, dude, that freaked me out so bad. And I was like, he was fucking with you. I was like, it didn't affect me at all. You know, I was like, man, he didn't break the glass. He didn't fuck nothing up. Cool.
Should have told him, look, the ghost likes to get stoned. Take a bong hit. That'll calm him down.
That could have been. He might have just.
Yeah.
You never know. What's up, Stephen B from work? What's up? If y'all missed Stephen B stream last night, go check out his newest creation, Boldcat. Boldcat from Boldcat Studios. That only makes sense, right? I told him it's kind of like he was destined to have a character called Boldcat because he is Boldcat Studios. What is up, Shadow? Shadow Hawk is in the chat. Yo. Shadow, Stephen B. Today we've been joined by a new guy, Levi, friend of Doc's. First time I've met him, but dude's smoking up in here, man. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. And y'all know James. Yes, you did forget to send me a picture of the drawing, Stephen. That's why I told him to go watch your show, dude, because I can't show them myself. There you go. Shadow knows Levi. There you go. See, this first time I met him, Shadow, y'all been hiding him from me. Hiding him. Stephen B. said,
hanging out with Rex and Shadow.
Yeah?
Yep. I'm kind of jumping back into this thing. I was actually trying to seek employment in comic books pre 2016, and then I did my last convention in the spring of 2016, and I just called it quits. And then a year later, I had 3 strokes, so I became unemployed, medically disabled, and discovered the only thing I could do really was go back to drawing. Drawing and gardening. That's the only real thing I can do nowadays.
You said 3 strokes.
Yeah, 3 strokes. Yep.
In a short period of time, how'd that?
Three cerebellum. It's 3 cerebellum infarctions. So it hit the lizard part of my brain. So the lower part that controls command functions. So if you think of the brain like the Starship Enterprise, like every time they would go on an adventure and they'd have to like shut down different levels to suck energy to this level. So the command, what hit me was my strokes blew out my vestibular, which controls balance. So I get dizzy and I get vertigo. So pretty much unhireable. Nobody's going to hire somebody that falls over all the time. So it's the fight or flight nerve as well. Yeah, so it's not what it was is I had a chiropractic adjustment to my neck, and within 24 hours I was in the emergency room having suffered 3 strokes. And it's not the chiropractor's fault. It's more than the it's a thing, He's like, yeah, have you had a chiropractic adjustment in the last week? And I said, yeah, I had one yesterday. And he says, was it rough? And I was like, wow, he said chiropractic adjustment to your neck. And I said, yes. And he says, was it rough? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what what the chiropractor said, hey, that was a little rough. And he says, that was it. And you're kind of like, come on, this is a thing. And then you Google it, and sure enough, it's not the chiropractor's fault. It's somewhere in your history you've done damage to the main arteries in your neck, and it's caused a stretch mark and it's the secondary injury of the chiropractor and the whiplash effect of adjusting the neck that causes that skin tag to flake off and head up into your brain. So mine flaked off in 3 spots and hit me in basically the same spot in three different places, and blew out my vestibular.
Damn.
But I didn't get that diagnosis until 6 months later. So you get a TBI, which is traumatic brain injury, and then they wait for other symptoms to show up, and they had me on the wrong physical therapy. So they were having me do crossword searches and pattern recognition, which is for the vestibular, which is bad if your vestibular's blown out. So by December of that, it happened my strokes happened in September. By December of the same year, I was back in the emergency room again with a swollen brain from the physical therapy. And that's when they diagnosed me with blown out vestibular.
I've been accused of having a swollen brain.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Hi, Carrie. Look, the chat has been popping while you were talking. Stephen B, yes? I can't show him the other one. This is the one he drew last week of Bold Cat, guys.
Oh, very cool.
That was his first rendition of the new character. And last night he was drawing a different pose and brought in one of the weapons and stuff like that. So, he's well on his way to designing this character. What else we got going on? Ray, what is up, Ray? Look, all you guys over there watching on Doc's, I don't mind you watch on Doc's channel, but jump over there and give us a few in the Madness channel. Please. You know what I'm saying? And Shadow knew what you were going to say. He said, here comes the story about the 3-stroke studio. But then he follows that up with his wife tells a different story.
Oh, I never should have told him that.
Yeah. Hi, Carrie. What's up? Welcome.
Hey, Carrie.
And yeah, Shadow saying hi to Carrie. Everybody say hi to each other. Drop links, people. Ray, Shadow, drop links. I know you guys know people that have stuff. If you're over here in the Madness, you're in Doc's channel, you probably have a wrench. We encourage it. Drop links to your stuff, to your friends' stuff. It is a networking platform, guys. It's a promotional platform. Ain't nobody here going to get mad if you're talking about what you do in the chat. And somehow he made it back. What's up, Doc? Yeah, see? Look, just like that. Drop your links, people. Both in the Madness chat and in Doc's chat, because we both give out wrenches pretty freely.
Wenches get wrenches.
Well, I mean, I look at some people and it's like, I know they have a campaign and they're talking in the chat and they don't drop their link. And it's like, I have to remind these guys. Come on, guys. If it's Pops, if it's Doc, that's part of why we have a platform.
Yes.
All
right. So a nice little short something here.
Welcome back, Q. It's a pleasure to see you again, my old friend.
Stand up for your rights. Yeah. We're the rebel, yeah. Don't give up the fight.
If you can't take a little bloody nose, maybe you ought to go back home and crawl under your bed.
I like it.
Just for you, Q.
I need it in every studio, Doc. Every studio.
Thanks, Doc.
I'll send it to you. You can load it.
No, I just need it in the Drawstream studio, really.
Yeah, it's
this
here.
one. That's perfect. That was perfect.
I did no such thing.
Hey, Carrie. That was Q's new intro. Nice.
That's actually a, if you go to a channel called Bill McClintock, he does mashups, and they're some of the best you will ever hear anywhere. My personal favorite, hell, I'll show a second or two of it. We can't get struck. It's a mashup. Let's see.
Oh.
I'll go here.
If that's the case,
it is.
Doc, have you discovered Beatallica?
Yes.
How about oh my goodness, who was the band that did Don't Stop Believing and Enter Sandman?
Oh, Rock Sugar.
Rock Sugar, love them. They're awesome.
Let me get past this
I don't know.
stupid ass commercial.
I'm going to tell you guys straight up. Aerosmith and Run DMC ruined mashups for me right in the beginning.
Okay, well, this one will restore your faith in mashups. Pops, you'll have to share the screen because I've only got the one monitor.
I always do Beatallica.
Say when.
Do it.
The Four Tops, Tammy Terrell, Marvin Gaye, and Ozzy. All right, that's enough of that.
No, that didn't restore my faith in it at all, Doc.
Fantastic mashup.
That was a good one.
It's fantastic mashup.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Adding Marvin Gaye and the Four Tops to an Ozzy song is in no way disrespectful to Ozzy. Yeah.
I got to agree with the chat on this one. That was bad.
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Can't do it. Just can't do it.
How dare you?
You mad, bro?
I know, right? Good help is so hard to find.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak up and blast him.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
If you're offended.
Gotcha, bitch!
It's what we do. It's what we do. We do it all for you.
Yep.
Welcome back, Q. It's a pleasure to see you again, my old friend.
You mad, bro?
I'm gonna tell you what right now.
Oh, look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm tired of talking to you.
I tell you what. Billy, I care.
Billy cares if you're offended. You can call 1-800-BOO-HOO.
Hey, look, I read that and I saw Toby Maguire's Peter Parker. I care.
It's 1-800-BOO-HOO, and we will send a wambulance to your location. Just fill out this butthurt report and tell us where the bad man touched you.
And look, for those of you who don't know, I ain't been able to play Champions because Doc's computer won't let him. Doc needs the shipping funds to get his computer from Anthony's to his house. Right down below, right there, see that says C Blalock 96 over there at Cash App. Go over there and send Doc a $5. Help him get the shipping funds he needs to get a computer so that we can get our game going again.
Well, not only that, boys and girls, but if you act now, I'll let you contribute more money for a cup of coffee.
Ethiopian coffee.
That's not one, but two. Count them, 2 things that you can contribute to. Another free service sponsored by yours truly.
See, we had people watching, Doc. We had people watching that show, man.
It's not my fault the computer took a shit.
Well, it kind of is. My computer.
Oh my God, I'm about to take a shit.
I ruined nothing, Carrie. I just downloaded Bill McClintock's work. See, I'm blameless.
Yeah. See, somebody else actually did it. Doc just used it.
I did nothing. Nothing, I say. Nothing. I'm innocent, see? I'm innocent, see? I did nothing, you filthy copper.
Look. He was getting ready to come hang out with us, Doc. Damn it.
We'll be back soon. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Dorian, you come out. Look, Doc's got like 50 characters. It's not like we're going to leave him behind. If you want to play, we can play anytime.
You can play City Heroes.
Nope.
Everybody else does City Heroes. We do Champions.
I like Champions better. I've played them both.
If you're doing the same thing everybody else is doing, you're not different.
Well, City Heroes is first, so.
Doesn't matter. I'm saying if you're doing the same thing everybody else is doing, you're not doing anything different.
And I personally enjoy it.
And that's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
I've been playing it since it started back in, 04, 5 or something?
James, you sound terrible. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Sound like you got a cold, bro.
No, I don't. I feel pretty good.
All right.
I didn't play DC Online. I didn't play none of them.
I was just concerned for you, my brother.
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's just a little Ebola. I'll be fine.
It's not a tumor.
It could be.
Hey, I don't, I can joke about that a little bit, but I actually have a friend of mine that's having to start chemo, and it's not looking good.
Yeah, I do. I've got 2 friends that are going through it at the same time. Robin,
I don't see him making it on this one. It's stage 4 bone cancer, and it's in the pelvic bone. And that's like right there by the hip, and if it gets in the hip bone, it's game over.
Shit.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah. It's just he's a grumpy old Marine that wouldn't listen. It's like, oh yeah, I heard, but I'm okay. That crap. I'm like, dude, you need to go check out. No, I'll be fine. Wouldn't listen.
Yeah, I really don't want to do that.
Pops, you sound like you're underwater.
And I had to run up the stairs and let the dogs out, but today I just don't feel like being the guy that run up the stairs 20 times. I ain't feeling that part of the job. You know what I mean? But now, yeah, I mean, as far as like, I don't care what game it is, Champions, City Heroes, whatever. I just like going out and doing interactive games online where you get out there with your buddies and go do shit together. Champions, City Heroes, you know. Doc was like, "This is the one I do." I was like, "Okay, well, if that's the only one Doc's gonna play, that's the one we're gonna play." It's just, you know, it was that simple to make that decision. Doc ain't gonna play any other games, so this is the one we're gonna go live and play. Pretty simple, you know.
Yeah, I totally understand. I totally respect it. You know, I'm not bashing anybody.
I mean, I go out and play Fallout by myself. I love doing that because it made me play the game a whole different way when I decided to do it live. You know. Actually building the communities with all the defenses and all the farming and all the everything they're supposed to have, every settlement be set up right, and, you know, supply lines all perfect. And the other times I went through the game, I just willy-nilly did, you know. It's like this time I'm only doing certain storylines at a time, not all just mixed mashed together the way you kind of fall into a quest in the game, you know what I mean? It's like there's 3 or 4 main storylines, and then there's every companion has their storyline, and you know, I mean, it just made me play the game a whole different way so I could show people, you know, how you set up all the settlements and all that stuff before I ever decide to play any of the storyline stuff. Like, we're going to control the Commonwealth before we do anything. DDO online, what is that? Doring, what is DDO online? Talk to me.
Dungeons and Dragons?
I have not heard of that one. Oh. Hey, Doc, we're going to get to your book today in the show off.
Right on.
That's right. I think I did off at Mojo last time.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That's at 3:30 for all those people who don't know. We do a show called The Show Offs, in which we come out here and we talk about, or we show off our collections. Me and my buddy Dave from across the pond, we just come out here and show stuff off. Look, I got this, you know.
Yeah, so, Pops, we've been needing this one for a while.
What time's that on?
So I made this for us.
And
after these messages, we'll be right back.
We've needed that one for a while.
Holy shit, man! I gotta get with Pedro. And see if we can animate that so he's bringing that finger up.
Be right back. Like this. Right back with simply flipping the bird.
That was fucking awesome. I don't care what anybody
Just another service I provide here on the Madness.
Damn, we got some good books right at the beginning of the show today, man. We got Natverse, Necroholic, Neo Tokyo, Neotheric, Nephilim Squadron, Only Death Can Save It. There's some good stuff right at the beginning of the show today. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that the show off starts at 3:30. All we do is Dave and I just pick a topic and go through stuff, right? Sometimes it'll be a certain artist. Sometimes it'll be a title. Sometimes it's like today we're just like continuing on along with showing off our indie stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be a good show today.
And that's just on Sundays?
Say what?
Just on Sundays.
Yeah, Sunday at 3:30. Every Sunday at 3:30 we do it.
Gotcha.
And this one's at 1 o'clock, and then like we have a promotional show on Monday called Monday Madness that we do. And Laurie does a show called the Tuesday Morning Brew, and Doc throws up on Wednesday with the coffee shop. And man, we got a lot of shows on the network, good shows. But like today and tomorrow are the ones that I kind of do, and then the rest of the week is everybody else.
Got you.
So what I'm doing right now is trying to get prepared for my next show in an hour. Half hour, whatever.
I do like the concept though. It's I know other people have talked about it on other streams about show me your collection. You know, before I hire you, show me your collection.
Well,
you
yeah.
know?
I mean, I totally get that. For me, it's like, and this show we do accept guests. Like James been out with us, showing off some of his stuff.
Right.
It is, you know, it's not just for me and Dave. It's, you know, anybody who wants to come out and join us. That's what it's about. Come hang out, show off your
Right.
stuff.
I've been thinking. You said earlier about, you know, making your stuff different from everybody else's, where, you know, this everybody's doing this one thing, but you guys are doing, you know, you're playing the other game. And I was trying to think of a different way to like show your comics and stuff. Like, what if there was like a short half-hour show of like, show me your autograph. You know, where you weren't so much,
which long box you want.
That's what I mean. See, you could literally go through and you know, just pick out. You could have a subject again and be like, okay, Neil Adams, right? And then you could tell your Neil Adams story. It's like, yeah, I had to pay such and such amount from Neil Adams, and you know, or hey, I got this Neil Adams for free, or you know, or just something. I don't know.
Or the horror story of letting him look at your portfolio.
I've done that. Yes.
Oh, you went to that?
Oh, I went specifically to him and I told him that. Yeah, it was at Emerald City Comic Con. I walked up to him and I said, Neil, I've heard you give the hardest portfolio review in the business. Would you please give me an inking review? And he said, sure, kid. And he reviewed it and he said, not half bad. So.
Yeah, I remember New York City, the Big Apple Con, 1988. And I had just won state in architectural design and general drafting. And I had gone up to see my cousins. Okay. And the only comic books I had Jim Lee's Alpha Flights. We was drawing Alpha Flight because I wanted to draw like him. And all I had was my general drafting work of an A10, an F16, and an F14 schematics. And so my cousins were going to the con. I had never been to a con or anything like that. And they gave me, they had a couple of sets. The first appearance of Ra's al Ghul and Talia, which of course, you know, Neil Adams did. And so I went and they dragged my portfolio. I didn't even know they grabbed it. They were like, oh, you got to take this. I was like, dude, come on. So I'm standing there in line because I want Neil Adams to design the books. You know, I didn't care about portfolio. And he's ripping these guys apart. He's just going, you know. And I'm like, oh, God. So I get up there, and he goes, so I get him to sign the books. He goes, you want me to look at your portfolio? And I go, no. He goes, what? He goes, and my cousin's like, oh, you got to show it to him. So I was like, okay. So I lay it there. So all he sees is these schematics, you know, these drawn. I mean, I had the landing gear. I had the engines. I had the A10 30 millimeter cannon all torn apart and everything. And he doesn't say a word. He's not saying anything, which is really scaring me because, you know, how he's talking all the time. So He looks up to me and he goes, "And you want to draw comic books?" And this is what I said, because at the time I didn't want to draw comic books. I said, "No, sir, I want to go work for Skunk Works." And he just folded everything back up and gave it to me. He goes, "Good luck."
Oh.
That's all he said.
Nice.
And then I went down.
Yeah. That's very
around
cool.
the corner and back over to the side, and Jim Lee was sitting there. And this is before, he was doing X-Men and got famous and like that. And I got him to autograph the Apple Flights, and he gave me 20 minutes of how to fix my anatomy. One-on-one. That was the first comic book convention I ever went to.
Very cool.
But yeah, I have several books autographed. I've got a werewolf that
See,
Neil Adams did.
If you were right,
I know, I just threw everybody out.
Like on that. So when you're coming out to pimping your book and stuff, you could come on this show and you could tell your Neil Adams story. Just be a way to kind of get to know the creator. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been around. I've been around a long time. Like I said, I knew Michael Turner. I knew a bunch of people back in the day. So I put it like this. First book I did was for a company called Power Comics, and I was the penciler, and Kelsey Shannon was my inker. So Kelsey and I started out together.
Oh, nice.
This is back in 1994, 5. So yeah, we sat across. We had a table. We sat across from Brian Polito, and he was doing Lady Death. Him and Stephen Hughes, and we ended up spending the whole weekend with Brian Polito and Stephen Hughes and everybody at Chaos Comics at the time. Remember, this is funny. An abandoned church, everything taped up, big screen TV, watching the boxing matches while everybody's getting drunk.
Dungeons and Dragons. That's what you're talking about? Okay, I'm gonna have to look. If you want to if you want to help me build a show around that game and show me around it a little bit, Doran, we can do that, bro. Just saying, I would definitely do Dungeons and Dragons for sure. So yeah, I pulled a bunch of books for today's show. I'm ready to go.
Hey, Doc, I got a question. Not Doc. Pops, I got a question for you.
All right.
What is the oldest autographed book you got?
Shit, I don't know, dude. I don't classify them by age, really.
We talking oldest book, or we talking oldest autograph?
No, if we go oldest autograph, I got everybody beat. But it's not comic book. It's movie star.
Shit, I don't even know. I know I got Simonson on the first appearance of Scourge. It's like I wasn't an autograph hunter.
I have a Batman number 151, I believe it is, from the 1950s, autographed by he's passed away, but they only called him Smiley, but he was the penciler for that book. I met him early 90s and got that autographed.
I had I don't know, Avengers 200 signed by Stan. But I mean, I like I said, I wasn't the autograph hunter, and really didn't have a whole lot of autograph books till I started buying a lot of indie books, and then, I guess I've scored a few since then that aren't indie that are signed, but it's like of course everybody has all the Polito signed, I mean, I got Evil.
Yeah, Brian signs everything.
I mean, I've even got old Chaos stuff that signed by Brian.
I have stuff signed by Brian and Steven.
I have the Bible signed by all four of them. I mean, I tons of Polito shit. I got black metal covers, everything.
Now, the oldest autograph that I have, it belonged to my grandmother. It's from the silent era of movies, but it's autographed by Lillian Gish.
Mm.
And if you don't know who she is the very first American actress ever signed in Hollywood. And she was very good friends with Mary Pickford.
Yeah, Levi, we got to get you and O'Reilly on a stream together. I like that.
Thank you.
I like it. We've got stompers upstairs now. Stompers. Doran, send me the link to that game, dude, so I can check it out. Tonight, after my show later on tonight, we got the Silverline Sunday. You guys know Roland Mann, former editor from Malibu, has his own comic publishing company now, Silverline. They do 3 shows a week on the network. Good guys. Check their stuff out. And Q gets bumped again by the internet dong.
Yeah, Malibu Comics. Oh, yeah, I remember them back in the day.
Yeah, man, Roland used to be the editor over there. Now he's
Yep, and then Marvel bought them and took the colorist and shut them down.
Yeah, of course.
I thought it was a bunch of garbage. They had some good stuff.
Yeah, I got a bunch of that. Rune, I got a bunch of those early Malibu books.
Prime.
Cookie. I'll be right back. My dog wants a cookie.
Love the Brayfogle stuff. Prime.
Yeah.
The George Perez Strangers.
Yep.
Aaron LePresley on Sludge.
Sludge. Yep. Yeah, Malibu was a really good company.
Pause and Peril.
What's Pause and Peril?
I'm looking at this D&D link that he just dropped in the chat, and it's Pause and Peril. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the storyline for the online game. I'm gonna have to check that out. What's the graphics like, Doran? Is it cartoony? What are the graphics like? Because see, I was like a EverQuest guy back in the early 90s. You know, back in the 90s, I was an EverQuest guy. And when WoW came out, I wasn't impressed because I thought EQ had better graphics and a better engine. You know, everybody else was playing WoW, and I was like, yeah, I'll just stick with what I like. I like it.
No, that's a game I played it one day and I said I didn't like it and I left.
Which one?
WoW.
Yeah, I just couldn't get behind WoW. I loved EverQuest, but I couldn't get behind WoW. And then EverQuest, of course, nerfed everything and started giving noob stuff that it took me 20 levels to get. And I was like, man, you guys pissing me off. I'm out.
Yeah, another one I liked was Lineage 2. You ever played that one? That was pretty good.
Okay, good. All right. I will check that out later tonight. I'll get back with you, Doran, if you want to give me a little run through or tutorial there. You know, it is open world, right? More, you know, like people can hang out together because that's obviously for me. Gaming alone is strategic. Gaming with friends is fun. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but when I'm doing it by myself, I have to overthink everything and make sure everything is right. And when you're doing it with your friends, you just have fun, you know. Just go out there and murder hobo and shit. Cool. All right, sweet. Yeah, I will check it out. I'll get back. Guys, it is that time to wrap this thing up. So We're going to run around the room and tell everybody where you can be found. James, you want to start, bro?
You can find me, and it's pinned right underneath my name at www.thevonsteins.com. Everything about the Steins horror universe and the upcoming Dark Goddess novel that I'm working on will be, all that information is found right there. It also has a store there that you can buy the novels and some older posters. We will not be putting anything up for the campaign until after we fulfill everybody's orders and everything. And then if we have leftovers, we'll put it up on the website so you guys can go and buy them.
Cool. Levi, tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
You can find me on Twitter at Levi Skeen, and you can find me on Instagram at 3 Stroke Studios, and also on over on Rumble of 3 Stroke Studios. Yep.
Cool. So you do streaming.
Yeah.
You do some streaming then?
No, I have some content up there, videos of me like digitally inking, working on a prelude for Galaxy Memorial, stuff like that. Yeah. So no live streaming, just videos that have already been done.
That's okay. Recorded content's cool too. We like it all. Dude. That's why we're here.
Cool.
That right, Doc?
I am Doc Blalock, the writer and artist of Pariah, Blood and Mud, funded and fulfilled, yay! And in development, I have A Damn Dirty Thing, a supernatural noir story. Hopefully, we're going to launch end of February, early March. You can find me on the YouTube, Doc Blalock. I'm the only one on YouTube as of a few minutes ago. So you should be able to find me with no problem.
And Q, where can we find you?
You can always find me here find us here in the Madness Comic Network on YouTube and Roku.
Pretty much how it is. Y'all have a great weekend or rest of your weekend, and I will see you later today, like in about a half hour, and tomorrow, and you know how it goes. Tune into the Madness Network. We ain't going anywhere. Peace, everybody.
In a small town, unlike any other, Lisa and her husband Ray were away from home for a long time. The stress of the world brought them back to their homestead to recharge. The entire family is reuniting once again for a time of faith, food, and fun. The whole town is invited. Come join Ray and his family for the feast of a lifetime. Welcome to the picnic. Slaughterville Book 3, The Cannibal Rednecks, is a 66-page, full-color story of love, loss, and family, set in the small town of Slaughterville. Look for it on your favorite crowdfunding platform.
Levi, I see you laughing. I seen you laughing right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a great promo?
Good. It caught me right at the end.
Is that a great promo or what?
Yeah.
It's like a Hallmark card, man. And then bam, Cannibal Rednecks. All right. Y'all check this one out.
Cannibal Redneck. You're like, oh man, you
There
got
is a creature in the swamps. It lives to destroy. The beast they call Hogzilla.
After his latest get-rich scheme goes sideways, Gary Duba, the quintessential Florida man, ends up with a stash of somebody's high-end memorabilia. His gal Crystal is on probation and preparing for the fight of her life, squaring off against Australia's Queen of Combat. Delilah's got her back in training, staying off rich foods and the nose candy. Meanwhile, Gary and his best friend Floyd have been hired to wrangle a massive, abnormally aggressive feral hog that's terrorizing the swamp and wrecking Gary's old neighborhood. Can they bag the elusive monster swine without destroying the Sunshine State? Reserve your copy of Florida Man vs. Hogzilla at FloridaManComics.com. We're bringing back funny books, y'all.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz